Tonight, I invite you to step beyond words, beyond mere repetition of ideas, and enter into the living experience of the truth. For it is not enough to say you are wealthy, to affirm that you are loved, to proclaim that you are free. You must feel it. You must clothe yourself in the feeling of your desire fulfilled. You must walk as though it were already so, breathe as though the miracle were already yours. Let me teach you how to feel it. Begin by stilling the senses. Close the outer eye to the world that argues with your desire. Silence the ear that listens to facts and figures. Let every sense withdraw its gaze from the outer man and turn inward to the secret place where the real work is done. There, in the silence, imagine not as a distant observer, but as a participant. Let the scene of your heart's wish unfold before you. Do not see it as something you want. See it as something you already possess. Feel the texture of the life you desire. Feel the weight of it, the fragrance, the sound. If it is freedom you seek, how would it feel to wake up tomorrow unburdened? If it is love, how would your heart swell at the presence of your beloved? If it is wealth, what texture would the notes of abundance bring to your fingertips? Make it real. Make it now. You do not need to know how it will come. That is not your work. Your work is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, to feel it so completely that outer facts are compelled to mirror the inner act. In the depths of feeling, you move mountains without lifting a hand. In feeling, you command armies of circumstance to arrange themselves in your favor. Every creation is first a feeling. The world you see is only the shadow of inner emotions, pushed out and made solid. Choose this day what you will feel, for what you feel with intensity and persistence will harden into fact. Let your mood become your prayer. Let your assumption become your altar. Rest in the knowledge that what you accept inwardly with feeling must one day manifest outwardly as certainty. Do not strain, do not force, simply relax into the knowing. Assume the gentle tone of already having received, and let that tone color your thoughts, your words, your steps. The feeling itself is the secret bridge. Cross it, and you will find that you have left behind the old world and stand firmly in the land of your desire. The outer world need not applaud you, nor understand the mystery you practice. You need no permission. You need only the courage to believe more in your feeling than in your facts. Persist in the feeling and the world must bend. Persist, and what once seemed impossible will rise like the morning sun. When you awaken in the morning, do not rise and greet the same old world. Rise and greet your new world. Enter into it with feeling. Before your feet touch the floor, clothe yourself again in the mood of fulfillment. Ask yourself, if it were already true, how would I move? How would I speak? How would I think? And let your entire day become an offering of that new state of consciousness. No one can do this for you. You are the operant power. You must take up the responsibility of choosing your inner world. You must feel the unseen as more real than the seen, and walk by faith in the unseen until the unseen. Feel the joy of answered prayer. Feel the thrill of accomplishment, even before the accomplishment takes form. If you can persist in the feeling, if you can lose yourself so completely in the assumed reality that you forget the old man, then you will find the world reforming itself around your assumption, as clay takes the shape of the mold into which it is pressed. Understand, feeling is the secret key. It is not cold words, nor intellectual debates, nor long prayers uttered in fear. It is the secret act of feeling yourself to be what you desire to be. It is in that silent, secret act that you rewrite your destiny. You change your world by changing the tone of your inner being. There is no power outside of you. All that you behold, though it appears without, is within you, in your own wonderful human imagination. The whole of creation lives within you. You walk through your own consciousness. Therefore, when you change the feeling of your inner world, the outer world must mirror it faithfully. Do not be discouraged by seeming delays. Every seed has its appointed time to blossom. A seed planted in the soil does not bloom in the instant it is sown, yet already it is destined to bear fruit. So it is with your assumptions. Persist in the assumption long enough, and you will see it blossom into fact. If doubt should arise, and it may, for the old man dies hard, do not wrestle with it. Simply return quietly and lovingly to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Do not fight shadows. Turn your attention instead to the light of your fulfilled desire. Feel it, rest in it, trust it. You are not a beggar in this world. You are the dreamer, dreaming your life into being. Whatever you dare to assume as true of yourself, with feeling, with conviction, becomes your experience. There is no one to change but self. Your world is yourself pushed out and made visible. Change your feeling about self, and the world must conform. Take this wonderful gift and practice it nightly. Before you sink into sleep, let the feeling of fulfilled desire lull you into unconsciousness. Let it sink so deeply into your being that it takes root and grows even as you sleep. Sleep in the assumption, and you will awaken to its harvest. There is a difference between thinking of your desire and thinking from it. When you think of your desire, you place it outside yourself, distant, something to be acquired. When you think from your desire, you are already in possession of it. You move in the world wearing the consciousness of fulfillment. You speak from the state of already being. Feeling from the wish fulfilled is the open door through which all that you desire rushes to greet you. It is a mystery to the world, but simple to those who practice. The foolishness of feeling will confound the wisdom of men, for they seek to change the world by force, by effort, by endless striving. But you will know that feeling is the only law, and by feeling you move invisible forces that shape destiny itself. You are not called to fight against the evidence of the senses. You are called to feel beyond them. You are called to live from a higher law, where the unseen is more substantial than the seen. If you can feel the reality of your desire even while the senses deny it, you will call forth miracles. Walk as though every step you take is a step inside the dream already fulfilled. Speak as though every word you utter comes from the heart of your accomplished goal. Think as one who already has, and the world will rearrange itself to fit your assumption. Practice the art of revision. If a day displeases you, do not accept it. Rewrite it in feeling before you sleep. Feel that it unfolded differently, better, in harmony with your wish. Feel the gratitude of the corrected day as if it had been so. In this simple way, you master your destiny. There is no limit to the power within you, except the limit you impose by failing to feel. Every barrier is a belief hardened into fact. Melt the barriers with the fire of feeling. Feel yourself free, and you will be. Feel yourself loved, and love will flood your life. Feel yourself abundant, and abundance will find every door open to it. Forget the past. It has no hold on you unless you drag it into the present by memory and feeling. Forgive it, release it, and clothe yourself anew in the feeling of what you desire to be. Each moment is a new birth, if you will but accept it. Each breath is a chance to choose again. In your wonderful human imagination lies the secret of all creation. The secret is this: what you feel, you become. It is not by might nor by power, but by the Spirit within you that all things are made. Spirit moves by assumption, by feeling, by claiming inwardly what the senses have not yet confirmed. So dare to feel it now. Dare to live it inwardly now. Dare to believe against all appearances. The world will mock you. It may scorn your inner conviction, but stand firm. For the unseen things are eternal, while the seen are but temporary and fleeting. You are the operant power. It is your privilege, your duty, your joy to claim for yourself the states you wish to express. No one can do it for you. No one can think your thoughts or feel your feelings. You are the master of your fate because you are the master of your inner world. Your feeling be your compass. Let it guide you, steady you, carry you across the seeming deserts of delay and doubt. Trust it. For feeling is the secret language by which the infinite reveals itself to the finite. In feeling, you meet God. In feeling, you touch the creative word that shapes all things. Persist, therefore, in the joyous assumption of your heart's desire. Persist without strain, without effort, simply by knowing that what you feel in the silence must be shouted from the rooftops of fact. It must be, for it already is in the world unseen, awaiting only your sustained feeling to precipitate it into sight. Feel yourself into the state you desire to express. Feel it until you are saturated with it, until it becomes more natural to feel from the wish fulfilled than from the doubts and fears of the world. When you master the art of feeling, you master life itself. For life is nothing more than the outpicturing of inner states felt deeply and consistently. Do not wait for permission from the outer world to claim what you desire. You need no validation from any man. You are the only authority in your world, and your feeling is the decree that commands all things to move in obedience to your inner assumption. Your feeling, once accepted as truth, becomes the law that governs your experience. Learn to move in the inner world with confidence. Learn to dwell in the end. Imagine beyond the senses. Feel beyond appearances, and when doubts rise up, as they surely will, answer them not with argument, but with deeper feeling. Do not reason with the old man. Simply feel yourself to be what you long to be, and let the feeling drown out all contradictions. Your feeling is not a weak thing, nor a passive thing. It is the strongest force you possess. It is the creative power itself, clothed in the garment of emotion. It is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. It is the invisible current that draws conditions, circumstances, people, and events to you, magnetized by the tone of your inner being. When you feel it, when you sustain it, the whole vast world moves to bring about the fulfillment of your inner vision. You are not isolated. You are not abandoned. The very fabric of life is woven to answer your assumption. All things are connected, and all things conspire to bring forth what you most deeply and consistently feel to be true. Feel it now, not tomorrow, not when the evidence appears, now. For now is the only moment of power. Now is the appointed hour. Now is the accepted time. When you feel it now, you claim dominion now, and the harvest is assured. For feeling is the seed, and the world is the soil. Live as though your desire were already a fact. Think from it, act from it, feel from it. Let every conversation, every decision, every step you take spring naturally from the new state you have claimed. And do not betray your assumption by speaking of lack, by thinking of delay, by feeling separation from your desire. Stand firm, immovable, in the conviction that what you have assumed, you have received. The world will tempt you to look at appearances. It will beckon you to return to the old man, to agree with facts, to bow before circumstances. But you must remember that circumstances are shadows, and shadows have no power over the one who knows the truth of being. You are not here to worship shadows. You are here to create reality by the sustained, deliberate, joyful assumption of the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Take your attention away from what you do not want. Starve it of your energy. Refuse it the nourishment of your thought and feeling. Instead, feast upon the vision of your fulfilled desire. Nourish it with love, with gratitude, with certainty. Give it the substance of your inner world, and it will take form in the outer world. You are the center of your universe. You are the light from which all things radiate. When you change your feeling, you change the world that mirrors you. There is no other way. There is no outside cause. Nothing comes from without. All things come from within. Feel it within, and it must appear without. Understand that your imagination, your feeling, is not a place of fantasy, but the only reality there is. The senses may lag behind, but they must follow, they must reflect the changes made in the secret place of the Most High. Your Father, who sees in secret, rewards you openly, but the secret place is your own wonderful human imagination. When you pray, believe that you have received and you shall receive. Notice the tense, not you will received, you have received. Feel it done, feel it real. Let the end be so vivid, so alive, so true within you that you need no confirmation from without. Your confirmation is your feeling. Your evidence is the certainty that wells up within you when you dwell faithfully in the state of fulfillment. Let others live by facts if they must. You live by feeling. Let others be governed by appearances. You govern appearances by assuming the state desired and feeling it into reality. Your feeling is the law. Your feeling is the cause. Your feeling is the power. Speak to yourself inwardly as one who already possesses what you have claimed. Let your inner conversations reflect your new state. When doubts arise, do not be alarmed. Simply turn away from them as you would turn from a stranger on the street. Return your attention to the feeling of the wish fulfilled and abide there. Abiding in the feeling is the secret. It is not a fleeting thing. It is not a momentary wish. It is a sustained dwelling, a habitual occupancy of the state desired. You must make it your home, your dwelling place, your resting place. You do not plant a seed and dig it up every hour to see if it has taken root. You plant it, you water it with feeling, and you trust the unseen processes of growth. So it is with your assumptions. Plant them deep in the feeling of fulfillment, water them with gratitude, guard them against the weeds of doubt, and trust the unseen processes of life to bring forth the harvest in due season. Do not try to hasten the outer manifestation. That is not your concern. Your only concern is the inner state. When the inner state is right, the outer world must conform. It has no choice, for it is your own projection made visible. Remember always that the world is a mirror. It reflects not what you want, but what you are conscious of being. Therefore, become conscious of being the one you desire to be. Feel yourself into the role, play it inwardly, wear it as a garment, and the mirror must show you your reflection. You have been given dominion over all things, but you exercise that dominion only through feeling. It is feeling that moves the invisible hands of creation. It is feeling that calls forth the things that are not seen and makes them seen. It is feeling that creates the new world. Therefore, be bold, be daring, be joyful. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled with the innocence of a child and the faith of a seer. Let your heart be light, your spirit soaring, your imagination free. You are not bound by facts. You are not limited by history. You are not shackled by appearances. You are free, for you are imagination itself, and imagination creates reality. Whatever you can feel as true, you can experience as fact. Whatever you can sustain inwardly, you will externalize outwardly. Therefore, practice the art of feeling. Practice it when you wake, practice it when you walk, practice it when you work, practice it when you lie down to sleep. Let your whole life become a meditation on feeling the wish fulfilled. Let it become the silent music to which you dance, the invisible aroma that perfumes your days, the hidden light that illumines your path. There is no power outside of you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. You carry it with you wherever you go. It is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, but you must claim it by feeling it yours. You are always feeling something. You are always assuming something. The question is not whether you are creating, but what you are creating. Therefore, choose wisely. Choose joy. Choose love. Choose abundance. Choose freedom. Choose the highest and best, and feel yourself to be already in possession of it. And when you fall short, when you forget, when you are tempted to believe in lack and limitation, do not condemn yourself. Simply return. Return again and again to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Return to your center. Return to your power. Return to your true self, which is imagination, which is spirit, which is life itself. In feeling, you awaken the sleeping giant within you. In feeling, you summon the forces of heaven and earth to move on your behalf. In feeling, you step into your inheritance as a son, a daughter of the Most High. Therefore, feel it now. Feel yourself radiant with health, clothed in beauty, surrounded by love, rich in abundance, walking in wisdom. Feel it not as a wish, but as a fact. Feel it until it is more real to you than the chair upon which you sit, the walls that surround you, the name you bear. Feel it until the world cannot help but echo your inner song. Feel it until the mountains are moved, the seas are parted, and the impossible becomes inevitable. Feel it and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Feel it until you forget the former things, until the memories of limitation no longer hold any substance, until you no longer look back in regret, but only forward in the assurance of fulfillment. Let the feeling possess you so completely that you become blind to anything that denies it and deaf to anything that questions it. The old man, the man of doubt and fear, will knock upon the door of your mind. Let him knock. Do not open. Do not answer. Remain in your dwelling place in the temple of fulfilled feeling, and the old man will grow tired and wander away. It is not in struggling against the old that you find freedom. It is in abiding in the new. Every state you could ever desire already exists. Creation is finished. You do not create by bringing something new into existence. You create by selecting from the infinite states that already are. You select by feeling. You move from one state to another by feeling. It is not by might, nor by force, nor by outer effort, but by the quiet, determined acceptance of the inner reality. When you feel it real, you enter into union with your desire. You become one with it, and in that oneness it must express itself. It cannot do otherwise, for all things must reproduce after their own kind. Feeling is the seed, and every seed must bring forth according to its nature. Let your feeling be pure. Let it be simple. Let it be sure. You do not need to know how the bridge of incidents will unfold. You do not need to trace the path. You simply need to trust the process and abide in the feeling of accomplishment. If in your imagination you can walk as the one who has already achieved, if you can think as that one would think, speak as that one would speak, act as that one would act, then you are faithfully occupying the new state. And the outer world will, in perfect time, reveal the evidence of your inner occupancy. Feel the satisfaction now, feel the gratitude now. Gratitude is the song of accomplishment. When you are truly grateful, not in words but in feeling, you are acknowledging that you have received. And when you acknowledge it inwardly, you must receive it outwardly. For the law of consciousness is immutable. The world responds to your inner conversations. It listens not to your public prayers, but to your silent assumptions. It watches not the motions of your body, but the motions of your heart. Therefore, set your inner conversations aright. Speak inwardly as one who already possesses the blessing. Tell yourself quietly, constantly, convincingly that you are already that which you long to be. Do not allow the outer delay to dismay you. Do not permit the absence of outer evidence to shake your faith. Faith is feeling unseen reality more vividly than seen appearances. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. It is the inner certainty that what you have felt real in the silence will proclaim itself loudly in the daylight. Practice the art of inner conviction. Practice it with joy, with reverence, with playful expectation. Do not make it heavy or solemn. Life is a great adventure, and you are the dreamer of dreams, the maker of worlds, the creator of all that you shall ever experience. When you feel it real, you do not need to beg, you do not need to plead, you do not need to struggle. You simply accept. You accept the gift that has always been yours by divine right. You accept your inheritance. You accept your power. You accept your divinity. And when the world seems to contradict your inner acceptance, remember, it is only the echo of old assumptions, the fading shadow of states you no longer occupy. Do not turn back to pick up the old garments. Do not return to Egypt. Press on into the promised land, the land flowing with milk and honey, the land where your every dream is fulfilled in the abundance of being. Feel yourself rich beyond measure. Feel yourself loved beyond reason. Feel yourself whole beyond doubt. Feel yourself radiant, victorious, free. Feel it, not for a moment, but as the continuous undercurrent of your life, the secret melody that no one else hears but which shapes all that you see and touch and know. Understand this deeply. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are conscious of being. Therefore, be conscious of being the one you desire to be. Assume it, claim it, feel it, and live from it. There is no one to convince but yourself. There is no one to persuade but your own heart. And when you have persuaded your heart, when you have convinced yourself beyond wavering, then nothing can stand against you. No circumstance, no delay, no appearance can defeat the one who feels himself already victorious. Life is a mirror, and you are the face it reflects. Smile within, and life smiles without. Feel joy within, and life sings it back to you. Feel abundance within, and life pours out its treasures at your feet. Do not think for a moment that your dreams are too big, your desires too grand. Nothing is impossible to him who believes, and believing is feeling. The greater your feeling of certainty, the swifter your manifestation. Therefore, dare to feel largely, dare to feel magnificently, dare to expand the borders of your imagination until you stand amazed at the grandeur of your own inner kingdom. Let every day be an opportunity to practice. When doubts arise, do not condemn yourself. Simply return to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. When appearances seem stubborn, do not argue with them. Simply deepen the feeling within. Rest in the knowing that feeling precedes form, and that form must yield to feeling. You are the master of all that you perceive. You are the lord of your own experience. Your world is your consciousness, pushed out and made visible. Change your consciousness, and you change your world. If you will but feel it now, if you will but accept it now, if you will but dwell in it now, you will find that the world reshapes itself around your assumption, gently, easily, inevitably. You need not manipulate outer things. You need not coerce others. You need not scheme or struggle or strive. Your feeling, faithfully maintained, will draw to you all that is necessary for its expression. People will play their parts perfectly. Circumstances will arrange themselves harmoniously. Opportunities will appear as if by magic. But it is not magic. It is law, simple, sure, unfailing. Dare to trust your feeling more than you trust your eyes. Dare to believe in the unseen more than the seen. Dare to walk by faith and not by sight. For faith is the vision of the invisible, and feeling is the proof of things not yet made manifest. When you feel it, you become it. When you sustain the feeling, you sustain the state. And when the state is sustained, it externalizes itself without effort, without strain, without struggle. Therefore, enter into the feeling with joy, abide in it with peace, sustain it with love, and watch as the world melts before you, reshaping itself into the image and likeness of your innermost assumption. There is nothing to change but self. There is nothing to do but feel. There is nothing to conquer but doubt. Make this gift and make it your own. Practice it quietly, faithfully, lovingly, and you shall know the truth of these words. Whatsoever things you desire, when you pray, believe that you have received them, and you shall have them. Believe it now. Feel it now, live it now, for now is the accepted time. Now is the day of salvation. Therefore go within and claim it boldly. Walk in the assumption that it is already yours. Feel it until it saturates every corner of your mind and heart. Let no outer appearance shake you, no delay discourage you, no seeming obstacle turn you aside. Stand unwavering in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Persist in it lovingly, joyfully, peacefully, and the world will reshape itself around your inner conviction. You do not need to beg, strive, or struggle. You only need to feel, to believe, and to live inwardly, from the reality of your desire. All things are ready for you. All things are prepared. Now assume your rightful place, feel yourself into possession of your desire, and rest in the joyful certainty that what you have accepted as true within must express itself without. It is done.